Hola, my beauties. Hi. I just wanted to talk for a minute about something that I'm not really going to give so much like tips or advice or anything like that on it. I just want to bring it into your awareness so that it's something you could chew on for a bit and consider. I'm going to talk about a few things that could potentially be material for a lot of different videos, so I may do more in the future that could contribute to this topic that I'm going to talk about today. And that is about the idea of, I'm going to call it like applied consciousness or embodiment. So I feel like in the spiritual community, there's a lot of consciousness. I know a lot of people, and I've been one myself, so I'm not excluding myself from this, but where we can kind of get into this state of high consciousness, in the sense that, okay, we have all these really expanded ideas and thoughts, and we're really open and outside of the box in the way that we're thinking and such. But when it comes to how we live, not so much. It's kind of like we keep it very separate. Like over here's our spiritual life and then here's our human life. And they don't always tend to merge together. And so this is kind of a problem, because what happens is that in our mind, we're so expanded and we're so way out here outside the box. But then when it comes to how we're actually living our human experience, it's a very small space that we're occupying. And so what we want to do is start to really find how to take this, really just the consciousness itself, or these thoughts or expanded ideas, is really just the beginning step. That's like the awakening. But once we're awake, then we got to learn how, like, okay, now what? How do we live with this? So the majority of humans are actually, we've been given this opportunity to experience life on this planet. I mean, it's incredible. We get to interact with the planet. We get to interact with the cosmos. We get to interact with all the other beings on this planet with us. And that's, it's an opportunity, it's a responsibility. It's like, so really we need to be embodied, because imagine well, I won't get into that. Imagine what this planet could be if we actually were all applying our consciousness into our lives. So I just wanted to bring this topic up. If I were to say, I don't love the concept of life purpose, but if I were to have some sort of a purpose, I think one of my main ones is to really bring balance into my own life and into other people's lives, to help them find balance. And when I say balance, I don't in any way mean the concept of like compromise or anything like that. When I say balance, I'm talking more about like taking sort of like collapsing duality. So we do live in a dualistic world where there's black and white, there's contrasts, all those things are important in our human experience. But we also have to really learn, how can we combine things together? Like it's and consciousness. It's like the middle way, I think in Buddhism is what it's called. Like the all. So for me, I see how, living on extremes isn't really useful. And it keeps us disembodied. So if we're kind of seeing our spiritual life over here as separate from our human life and how we like live out our day to day, then we're misguided. We're off. So they're meant to be lived together. It's supposed to be all one thing. And so that's part of what I'm wanting to work on in my own life and to share with you guys. So again, I've got several different topics, ideas, concepts that I can bring to some other videos. I just didn't want to make this one too long. But just to help you, think and consider, what is it for you? For me, embodiment has come oftentimes when I'm not even trying, to be honest. It's like not making so much effort. It's just like allowing. It's just really, so maybe for you, it's the same. Is it just, allowing something, surrendering instead of resisting? Some things did come through years and years of very challenging life situations, because I was resisting for a long time. And when I quit resisting, then suddenly, whoosh, oh, look at that. It all just came into my body and now I'm living it. So it could be different for everyone. Maybe it's just making choices. Maybe it's being open to new experiences. So I'm not going to get into any of those details. I just trust you guys to really go inside and inquire with yourselves. What is that for you? In what ways do you feel that you are embodied or have this applied consciousness, and in what ways do you not? And just start to consider that in your own life. Okay, I'll leave you with that, and we'll do more later. Love you guys. Bye.